Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Let's start with the Santa hat and then we'll take it off because I'm going to get hot. Happy Tuesday. I figured I'd come on here again. Thanks everybody for all the birthday wishes. See, it glows. It glows. Thank you everybody for all the birthday wishes from yesterday. Y'all are so nice. I appreciate it. I figured I'd come on here today. I'll probably come on tomorrow as well. Welcome, everybody. Make sure that you can hear me, see me clearly. I just saw something popped up on the side. Welcome, everybody. I know everybody's coming in here. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. I don't know why I'm in a little sing-songy mood, but that's okay. Everybody, can y'all hear me, see me clearly? Let me know where you're from. I always like to know where you're from so I can see where you're coming in from. I know everybody's getting the notification that I'm live, so let everybody come on in this room. Hello and Indiana. Hello and welcome. Welcome from Indiana, Michigan, San Antonio, Texas. Woo, woo. Come on, Texas. I say that every time somebody comes from Texas, I'm like, you got to watch Texas. That's what they're saying. It's going to be like one of the epicenters for foreclosures. Y'all are going to have a ton of foreclosures in San Antonio. I guess because y'all are doing a whole lot of overbuilding and I don't know, but they're saying keep your eye on San Antonio, parts of Texas. North Carolina, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wisconsin, is that what that is? Madtown, Wisconsin. Oh, yeah, because they had that horrific, I'll try not to talk on it, but because, they'll shut down my channel. But yeah, sending prayers out to Wisconsin, Long Island. Actually, you fixed the Wi-Fi. I know, come on now, going into the new year, Wi-Fi is good and strong and steady. I know, come on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks, you guys. Hi, Von Shay, McCole, welcome. So I figured today I kind of talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Let's do an introduction. Shout out to everybody watching live right now and who's going to catch the replay whenever you can catch it, because I know some of y'all at work working hard. So you're not going to lose your job watching me, right? So I understand if you can't talk to the screen or comment as much because you might be trying to sneak and watch me. I might be in your purse or something. So that's okay. If you can't say a word, you just wave your hand. Okay. So no worries. Let's jump in from kind of where we left off. I have an auction on Thursday. They just emailed me last night. So I have an auction on Thursday. I'll try to get some footage Thursday for auctions because y'all always want to see auction footage. But I'm like a one-woman show, you guys. So it's kind of hard for me to do all that. Let me do a quick intro in case you are new here and this is your first time you've ever watched me or seen me. My name's Ashley Pickens. You guys, I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. I've been in real estate since 2006. I have on a Santa hat, doing too much today. I've been a real estate agent, a real estate broker over a firm. I got my broker's license. And then I'm an auctioneer. I'm your auction mama. I said I'm going to make a hat that says auction mama. Not a hat like this, though. Not a hat like this. And I'm an auctioneer. I'm the person who says going once, going twice, sold. I'm at the courthouse here in Shelby County, which is Memphis, all the way to Nashville. I just updated my coverage. So I will cover Memphis all the way to kind of middle to Nashville, 3 hours out, and then parts of Mississippi is what I do. So I just came on here and I kind of teach y'all about auctions and foreclosures and the distressed market because that is what I focus on, the distressed market. So if you're coming on here to hear about home sales and existing home sales and all that, I'm not your girl. But if you want to learn about the distressed market, foreclosures, auctions, REOs, short sales, bankruptcies, stuff like that, then I'm your girl for that, right? So I teach you and do all that kind of stuff. Allodial title. I'm gonna have to look it up. Look, I don't know. I love y'all. First of all, I love y'all that y'all think that I know so much about everything. And I guess I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, and if I don't know, yes, girl, 2006. My birthday was yesterday. And everybody was like, happy 25th birthday. Thank you guys. Y'all are so nice. So kind to think that I could possibly be 25. And I got my license when I was 21. Boom. So you do the math on that, you guys. But I'll look it up. Maybe I'll do some investigation. Thank you, you guys. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. It was yesterday. Thank you, guys. So let's talk about a little bit of everything. Yesterday, I kind of went over pre-foreclosures, how to find them, my marketing schedule, what I do. I know a lot of you are interested. I get those messages all the time that I want to do what you're doing. I just don't know where to start. So yesterday, I kind of took you through what I would do, where I would start, how I find pre-foreclosures, skip tracing them, all that kind of stuff. Yesterday, I also announced that I just completed my latest and last bundle for 2024. Thank you 27. I mean y'all be right there in my age group, right? I'm in my late 20s. Right. Late 20s, very late 20s. I don't know where my I was trying to see if I had it with me, but I don't. But I told y'all yesterday that I just released my last bundle, the Ultimate Outreach Bundle. It has everything in it, brochures, door hangers. I don't know what I did with my door hanger. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it. It comes with brochures, door hangers, foreclosure letters, vacant and abandoned home letters, neighbor letters, driving for dollar, a marketing calendar. I'm about to throw a video in it. So, because y'all know I just like to make videos. So it comes with all of the things that you want to get started to reach out in 2025. Because y'all don't be sitting on the sidelines in 2025. I already told you they asked me my availability because I'm going to get slammed in 2025. So you're hearing it from the source. Your girl is an auctioneer. I auction off foreclosures. They told me I was going to be slammed next year. So that's all I'm saying. Prepare yourselves, govern yourselves accordingly. That's all I'm saying. So all the links to all of my things are down below. Okay. So let me see what question. Does it take long when someone tries to get help from their state to eliminate foreclosures? Does it take long when someone tries to get help from their state? Like if a homeowner's in foreclosure and they need assistance from their state to eliminate foreclosures? Are we talking about the homeowner? Are you talking about somebody who wants to help in foreclosures? Because look, Von Shay, I can translate. I can interpret what I think you're saying, but that might not be what you're asking me. So tell me, like, does it take a minute for a homeowner to receive assistance? Is that what you're asking me? Or like somebody who wants to like help foreclosures, like me trying to, you just explain to me, the homeowner. Okay, look, I'm like, you just tell me what you asking. I think it depends. So there's a lot of, I don't know exactly what form of help they can get from their state exactly, but there's a lot of like assistance programs here, like United Housing offers mortgage assistance, and you have to do an application to get it. I think they just want to see what kind of money you're bringing in, what kind of income you have, like in order to help you. But a lot of times they will pay off your balance that you owe if you qualify. I know they are running low on money. I know that. And I've heard that they might not be getting money for the new year in 2025. So that will be another issue, another hurdle we will have to overcome when I try to help homeowners get assistance if there is no assistance available. You know what I mean? So there's that. I don't think I touched on the article of foreclosures. I know I like to I like to get some information out there. I'm going to share my screen real quick and let's talk about, I think I did it last week, but I haven't done it this week. Let's look at where the foreclosure starts, REOs, and just the highest foreclosure rates overall. And I like to share this with you so y'all can go and I'm sharing my screen. You know what I mean? So at least you know where to find it if I don't do videos on it. I'm going to drop this in the chat so y'all have this. I hope I answered your question. I mean, I guess first of all, you would have to know where the assistance is in your state. I'm not familiar with that, right? But I know there are organizations, is what I'm saying. There are organizations that do give money to people, homeowners behind on their mortgage assistance, that kind of stuff. But it's a process. Everything a process. You can't just call and they just send you some money. They're going to want to see your income, probably your bank account, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because they're probably going to be like, we're not just going to pay off your mortgage for you to go ahead and get right back behind again. You know, I'm assuming that's their thinking. So let's talk about November numbers. Numbers in November. So if you see your state or city on this list, let me know. Just raise your hand or put a little, what y'all gonna put in the chat? You can put a heart in the chat. Or just tell me what your state is if you see it, or your city. You know what I mean? If it pops up on this list. So class, I'm going to read through this. I won't call on anybody to read out loud, so don't have to worry about it. I will read for you. When I was in school, I think the kids used to like it when the teacher would call on me to read. But I don't talk super fast at auctions. But I mean, I can read though. Let me say that. I've always been a strong reader, for sure. So let's see. Starting for November, it shows there were a total of 29,390 properties with foreclosure filings. Like I always tell y'all, there's three major filings. Three filings when you're talking foreclosures: when that notice of default is filed, when the auction's scheduled, and when the bank repossesses that property and it becomes an REO. Those are the three main filings of foreclosure. We are going into the holidays. That's what he talks about. Of course, during the holidays, they usually put a moratorium on foreclosures. That means they won't foreclose on you if you have a government-backed loan. Usually from mid-December to January, they will not foreclose on you. Just to give you a break, because they ain't trying to foreclose on you during the holidays, you know? So that is probably why foreclosure numbers are low. They've been low for the last 4 years since COVID. But I think a change is going to come in 2025. Let me say that. So let's pinpoint states with the highest foreclosure rates were Nevada, Florida, Connecticut, Maryland, and Indiana. Boom. Anybody live in those? The cities that had the highest foreclosure rates: Modesto, California. Y'all got on me. It's Reading, Pennsylvania. It's not Reading. I can butcher somebody's city, right? Let me tell you that. I can butcher some names. So I said Reading, but the people on YouTube said, Ashley, it looks like Reading, but it's pronounced Reading. I'm about to read a book. Have you been reading a new book lately? It's Reading, Pennsylvania. I think that's just how I'm going to pronounce it from now on. So next up is Bakersville, California, Riverside, California, and Chico, California. All the Californias. If we're talking about cities, population greater than 1 million. Can y'all see my screen? I hope so, because y'all know I can get to reading and forget that y'all can't see my screen. New York City, paste picante sauce. Okay, let's keep going. Cities greater than 1 million with the worst foreclosure rates right now: Riverside, California, Cleveland, Ohio, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Miami, Florida. They've been on the list. I know they are a hot spot right now for millionaires and billionaires, but baby, y'all got a whole bunch of people in foreclosure too. And Las Vegas, Nevada. Boom. Nevada was hit real hard during the last housing crash. I said housing crash in 2008. Las Vegas, Nevada got hit real hard. Greatest number of foreclosure starts. That's that first phase of foreclosure. A homeowner gets behind on their mortgage and their lender files that notice of default, the brand new foreclosure. Okay. Lenders started the foreclosure process on 20,231 U.S. properties in November. States that had the greatest number of foreclosure starts in November were Texas with 2,542, Florida 2,438, California, 2,239. New York with 1,167. And Pennsylvania with 844 new foreclosure starts for November. Nobody's surprised by like Texas, Florida, California. Those are such big states with a whole bunch of houses, right? So that's what it is. But again, like you read these numbers, I always say this. And if I go to two different art, I can go to Black Knight, I can go to Realty Track, I can go here on Adam, and everybody's numbers are going to be different. Everybody's numbers are going to be different. They'll have different states leading the way. So, just know it's a lot of people behind on their mortgage. Let's just say that, right? Now, where the hot spots are, it varies on the article that you read, okay? So let me know if you see your state or your city. So population greater than 1 million, we got New York City with 1,184 foreclosure starts, Houston, Texas with 969, Miami, Florida with 768, and Philadelphia with 723 new foreclosures, and Los Angeles, California with 641 new foreclosure starts. And last but not least, we got REOs. Home goes into foreclosure. It goes up for auction. Your auction mama cannot sell it because it's probably overpriced. And they just bought it 2 years ago. And that opening bid is the loan balance. So if I can't sell it at auction, it reverts back to the bank and becomes an REO property. Okay? Bank owned property, real estate owned by the bank. Lenders repossessed 3,089 properties through completed foreclosure. That number is very low, very, very low. Okay. States that had the greatest number of REOs in November: California with 402, Texas with 232, New York with 223, Illinois with 206, and Pennsylvania with 160. What's going on in Pennsylvania, y'all? What's going on up there? Population greater than 1 million that had the greatest number of REOs in November included New York City, Chicago, Illinois, Baltimore, Maryland with 88, San Francisco with 83, and Los Angeles with 80. Boom. Everybody with me. Holla if you hear me. Hey, welcome, Galatians 3:13. Come on now. Great. I'm glad y'all were able to catch me live. I know I need to look at Z on there. Welcome. I know I usually go live on Sundays at 8:00. I'll try to get on there, this Sunday at 8, but I've been going during the week. You guys, it just kind of works better for my schedule right now. So I've been coming on here, and don't forget, you can always watch the replay if you miss me. You know what I mean? I'm excited that you excited. We all excited. I'm excited. We all excited. I got my little excited Santa hat on. Look at y'all. Shout out to everybody. If this is your first time, let me know. If you've been here before, be like, I don't know what y'all gonna say if y'all been here before. I've been here before. I don't know. Let me know. If this is your first time, look, I have to make a real special for you. But yeah, I'm happy to have all of y'all here with me. If you can catch me live. I'm so sporadic. You know what I mean? So let's talk about it. So let me know if this is your first time live. Say this is my first time. If you've seen me before, say I've been here before, baby. So let's talk about really quickly. Not that I talk about anything really quickly, but look, to make a long story long, REO, since that's the last thing I hit on, a lot of y'all always ask me, where do we find REO properties? You guys, I like to do this. If you've been here before, you'd be like, Ashley, I already know this. And you know what? What do I say to y'all who are like, Ashley, I already know this? Make a video, right? And then I can come watch y'all since you already know what I'm teaching. You share it on your channel, and then I'm going to come watch y'all. You know what I mean? We can take turns. So, homepath.com. That's Fannie Mae's. Blink if my screen changed. Let's make sure my screen changed. Been here before. 80 houses for the entire, man, that's nothing. REO, like these banks, baby, let me tell y'all this. Let me stop real quick. These banks, look at my little hat just to go on. How do I say this? They have just not been foreclosing. That's how I say it. They have just been giving, I feel like they've given homeowners, and I mean this in the nicest, most sensitive way I can say it. They've just been giving homeowners, they just have not been foreclosing on people. Like they're doing everything they can to help people keep their house for the most part, right? Like they're trying to give assistance, or they're giving them more time, or they'll postpone it, or they'll try to give them a modification or something. Like these banks have not been foreclosing on people, honestly. And I think that is what might be a downfall or a hindrance in the 2025, because it's so many people who have not paid for so long that they don't expect anything to happen in 2025, right? And it's just, and I see that all the time, and I feel like it's going to be a shock for people when their house actually goes up for auction, for real, right? Because they're going to be like, I haven't paid in 4 years and nothing has happened. What makes me think this is going to be the time that something happens? And this is going to be the time that something happens, right? You know what I mean? Like, and that's going to be the hard part, because they're going to be like, well, they've always postponed it. They've always pushed it. They always gave me an option. And now, shoot, they auctioning it off. It's for real this time. It ain't a test. It ain't a drill this time. It's for real, you know? What does it mean when the auction is postponed by beneficiary? That means the bank postponed it. The bank postponed it. That means the homeowner might have called in and said, hey, I want to sell it. The homeowner might be like, I'm trying to do a modification. When you go through the modification process, they will postpone your auction. They'll stop that auction while you're in that process. If you're doing a short sale, they'll stop your auction. They'll postpone it. So if it's postponed by the beneficiary, which is the lender, they're trying to do something. They must be trying to save it. They must. And then again, you guys, it's the holidays. We're right here a week before Christmas. They're not really going to push. I don't know if we got any auctions next week, right? I got an auction on Thursday, which is a postponement. I'm just going up there to read, which I have to read everything. I have to read sales and I have to read postponements, which means in the postponement I have for Thursday, they're postponing the auction until February 19th. So it could be it's a holiday moratorium. The owner might be trying to work something out and the bank is giving them till the 19th. They might be trying to sell. That's why I keep telling y'all. Y'all be like, it's going up for auction. I don't want to reach out to them. Reach out to them. These people Thursday that I'm postponing their auction, they might be trying to sell. And the bank might be like, okay, I'm going to give you 30 days. I'm going to give you 60 days. So you can still reach out to people who have auctions scheduled, okay? If you're picking up what I'm putting down. For there. So the banks, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I feel banks don't be wanting these houses either. You know what I mean? They don't want them either. Y'all know I had my first REO listing this year. And I had my first like foreclosure short sale this year. Y'all, that was such a good deal. Man, the homeowner was in foreclosure, right? House was they refinanced it. And so their loan balance was $560,000 because they refinanced it. The house was only worth about $500,000. Okay, only worth $500,000. They refinanced it a couple years ago when interest rates were low. $560 was their total loan balance. Okay, so now they're upside down. The house is only worth $500,000 now. Boom. They're also in foreclosure. Boom. I need to short sell it. Right? Because they owe the bank $560. Nothing in the neighborhood was selling for $560, right? So I asked the bank, can we short sell it to stop this auction foreclosure? Bank said, okay. Y'all tell me why the bank agreed to $357. $357. House was worth $500,000. The bank agreed to $357 on a short sale. That was a great deal. So my point is, a lot of times these banks just don't want these houses. You know what I mean? Or they just going to start packaging them up and selling them to hedge funds. You know what I mean? So I think they're just giving homeowners every opportunity, most of them, because I have people who are in foreclosure watching me. So I don't ever want to come off as insensitive to anybody. But For the last 4 years, you guys, since COVID, foreclosures have just not been where we are in a usual market. I said this on a couple of lives ago. In a normal, healthy market, you guys, we foreclose on people. That is the no, a family. You said who bought it? A nice family, like a mom and kids, ended up getting that property for 357. So it helped the buyers who in this market everything was just totally unaffordable. They got that short sale for 357, and the house was worth $500,000. So it was a family, you know what I mean? A buyer who was looking. So it wasn't like an investor picked up the house. Them people moved right in. She moved right in with her kids, right in time for Christmas. My point is, in a healthy market, I see questions. I got y'all on the chat side, I promise. In a healthy market, people buy homes, sell homes, and foreclose. That's what happens in a healthy market. I said this the other day. We foreclose on 1 million homes a year in a normal market. We foreclose on 1 million homes a year. Okay. So in the past 4 years, we have stopped foreclosures, stopped at a minimum. I feel like we foreclosed on, yeah, I usually know my numbers really good. We usually foreclose on about 4,000 people. Y'all saw the Reos numbers, 4,000 people a month. So what's 12 times 4? What was that, 48? Right? We usually foreclose on 1 million people in a year. For the last 4 years, since COVID, we hadn't been nowhere near those numbers, So it's so many people in the pipeline, right, that have just been protected, would usually go into foreclosure, would usually be foreclosed on, that have just been covered for like 4 years since COVID. So all I'm saying is when them floodgates open up, baby, y'all, when they open, they're going to be open. That's why I always try to tell people, like, if you are, and I'm going to do a video about this, if you're in foreclosure, not even in foreclosure, if you're behind on your mortgage, because it's so many people who are behind on their mortgage that are not in foreclosure. I showed y'all Black Knight's numbers, people who are 90 days, 180 days behind, not in foreclosure. If you are behind on your mortgage, you need to communicate. You need to get on the phone with your lender. You need to try to work out something, work out a plan, see what your status is, all that kind of stuff. Because come 2025, I had to put in the bell for effect. Y'all, a change is going to come. I'm just telling you right now. So people haven't paid every auction in my county says that postponement. It's the holidays. Y'all, they ain't auctioning. They ain't auctioning right now. Get us input. I'm telling you, that's what I'm trying to do. Dallas, Texas. Yeah. And I see inventory starting to creep up, but it's sitting. It is sitting. You know what I mean? Because homes are just unaffordable, right? They just unaffordable right now. Even if the interest rate dips down, if they cut interest rates, homes are just unaffordable for people right now. Yes, the bill. So the other issue with that is, because I'm always like domino effect, right? Because my mind just goes like a million miles an hour. Homes are sitting on the market, right? Put your house on the market, try to sell it. You can't sell it. Everybody's doing a price reduction. What about the people in foreclosure or the people behind on their mortgage that are going to try to hop on the market and sell to avoid going into foreclosure? But houses aren't moving right now, right? That's why I always tell people, don't wait until the last minute. Don't wait until the last minute to try to sell your house, right? Because, Sally might just want to upgrade her house. She can sit on the market for a little bit. It's not urgent. But baby, you got an auction staring in your face, right? And you're like, oh, shoot, let me try to sell. The market is dried up, right? Everybody's sitting and waiting. And when you're in foreclosure, you can't sit and wait, right? Your house will go up for auction. So that's a problem people will face probably next year trying to sell. Also, when you're in foreclosure, right, you ain't worried about Sally and everybody's home values, right? You just need to sell, right? You just need to sell. I know Sally on the corner just bought for 400, but I'm in foreclosure. I need to get up off my property. I'm gonna put mine on the market for 325, right? And so then everybody be like, oh shoot, now 325 but it's because they're in foreclosure and they need to hurry up and get off that sale. They're not concerned about what everybody else bought their house for, right? And that can affect home values. And then all these houses come to, you know what I mean? That can, everybody who overpaid like in 21 and 22 when houses were being bid up, I don't know. It's so many factors, right? It's so many little ingredients to this storm that we have going on right now. So many different things. So we're just gonna wait and see. Okay, so let me read. Okay, so did get the equity. This is my first time hearing lumps. So on the short sale, Desiree, I think that's what you're asking me. So the equity, short sale, these sellers don't get no money on a short sale. Sellers are just basically trying to keep their house. In my case, my guy was upside down and in foreclosure. Okay. And I talked about this on another live. You can be upside down on a property, right? And not be in foreclosure. You just owe more than what your house is worth. It is what it is until it comes to selling, right? And then you're going to take a loss. So, but my guy was upside down on his house and in foreclosure. Okay, we had both after us. So he owed the bank 560. That's what he owed the bank. I did a short sale, initiated a short sale, talked to the bank, and the bank took 357 for it. He owed 560. The bank agreed to 357 because I guess they said oatmeal is better than no meal, right? We're gonna either get zero when it go up for auction, or we're gonna take this $357,000 offer that we have. And they took it. And so you're thinking the equity, because I saw your question. I guess the 357, even though it was worth 500,000, mm-mm. There was the seller didn't get nothing. He owed his debt was 560, right? The bank just agreed with me and my partner, and was like, we'll take 357 for it. So the buyer got an amazing deal. Seller ain't get nothing. You know what I mean? Because he was, well, I mean, he didn't have, I think he lost his job and it was some other stuff. So that's how he ended up stopped paying. Lost his job, everything. And he hadn't paid in like a year and a half. And so he was in foreclosure. So we ended up short selling and he didn't go into foreclosure. His house went auction off, but the seller didn't get any money. No, he owed the bank 560, right? So he didn't get any money. But my buyer got a fire deal. 357 and that house was worth 500,000. Fire deal. So I was happy for her, right? So the buyer gets the good end of the stick in a short sale. The seller don't get nothing. But the seller don't get a foreclosure on their credit. You know what I mean? At least they don't get that. So it was sold for 520 short sale to me. See, short sales can be the thing, right? If you know how to do it. If a lot of foreclosures come all at once, that will mess up the economy. In my opinion, they will not. We'll see. They might just sell them to hedge funds. They might sell them to hedge funds. Let's go look real quick, ladies and gentlemen, and see what's going on that hedge fund market right quick. Let's see if there's been any other sales really quickly. Hold on. How come they went quick on his house and they aren't doing anything to do? I don't know. And the short sale took like all year, y'all. That short sale took all year. I think I put his house on the market in, I swear it was like March or February, March. We didn't close on that house till, I swear, like 3 weeks ago. All year. There's nothing short about a short sale. That buyer was just really patient and she got a good deal. That patience paid off. What article am I looking for right now? Let's see. Because there is a possibility that they could just sell all the notes to hedge funds, right? Where's my article, you guys? I have so many over here. No, that's not it. Give me a second. There it is. There it is. I know it when I see it. So this is, so if y'all didn't know, Fannie and all of them have been packaging up and selling their non-performing loans to hedge funds, right? So just been bundling them up and bidding them off, right? Um, how do we find short sales? I don't know if on the ML and Zillow you can put, I maybe you can filter it for short sales. I don't know. If you're an agent, you could probably look in the MLS for short sales. I always have to give both, like if you're an agent, if you're not an agent. Maybe Zillow will show short sales or Realtor maybe shows short sales. I'm not sure. On how much do we get, or you help the buyer and got paid like that because you're a realtor. So on a short sale, the bank pays your commission because the seller don't have any money to pay you. So when you initiate a short sale, I hope I'm answering your question, Desiree. On a short sale, everything has to be approved by the bank. The seller is, even though he's the homeowner, basically, he don't approve anything, right? He just gives permission for the short sale to be initiated, right? And so everything that I do went through the bank. The price, I had to talk to the bank to make sure they accepted the offer that we gave. I also had to submit my commission, right? Bank paid 6%. Bank paid you when you initiate a short sale, they say send us a HUD. A HUD settlement statement, for everybody who don't know what that is, like a settlement sheet, so they can see all the fees that are coming out. So it had the payoff, the guy owed 589 minus the offer, the contract offer, minus commission, minus title fees, all that kind of stuff. And so the bank can see their bottom line on what they're going to get or what they have to pay. And so we put full 6% commission on that HUD. They agreed to it. So the bank paid the real estate agents the 6%. Seller did not get anything. Okay. So in case y'all are wondering how you get paid on a short sale, the bank pays you. Okay. Just for that. That extends equity office. So what happens with the remaining balance? They just wipe it out. Say they wipe out that balance. The bank has to agree to it. It's the bank who is owed the money. So the bank was like, we'll take that 357 instead of $0, right? I hope, Nan, the gold child, I answered your question about where to find short sales. And there's not a lot of them because, y'all, most agents do not know how to do a short sale. Most agents don't even know what a short sale is. No shade, none, because, it's just not, it just has not been a thing in years, right? So unless you're like an old school agent, you probably don't even know what a short sale is. And I learned that when my listing was on the market for short sale, how many agents have no idea what a short sale is. Because some agent was like, that means we're just going to take over the mortgage, right? I was like, no, you're not assuming it. It's a short sale. The other agent was another offer we got. The agent was like, my buyer doesn't even want to do the short sale process. And he just wants to pay. What's the loan balance? He'll just pay it. I'm like, you don't know what a short sale is either. Because why would you have your client pay my seller's loan balance and they upside down? That don't make sense either, unless you just shady, right? Because then that means your client gonna be upside down. So a lot of agents just don't know what a short sale is or how it works, right? So, and it's basically the same as a regular deal, but the listing agent does all the work. Baby, trust and believe, the listing agent does all the work. Buyer's agent, everything's still the same. Whatever price we agree to, whoop, there it is. Listing agent does all that work and paperwork and all that. Let me make sure. I'm not worried about. Yeah, so 6%. No, you're good. That's why we're here. How would homes owned by hedge funds affect the economy and the selling and buying a home? If a hedge fund, thank you. That brings me back. Thank you, Y Holloway, because I can get all the way off. So let's read this article real quick. So Fannie Mae, if you did not know, will auction off bundles of its non-performing loans, non-performing or reperforming. Here's this today. This is an article from May 16th. We'll find a more recent one, but it is the 31st. So they have these sales all the time, right? And so this article says they announced the results of its 31st reperforming loan sale. The deal announced on April 16th included the sale of what? Everybody read this? Let me blow that up. 6,484 loans, totaling $1.47 billion in unpaid principal balance. Okay, there were 3 pools. The winning bidder was PIMCO, which is a hedge fund. I already Googled them. If y'all want to Google them, go on and Google them. They're a hedge fund that buys single family homes and rent them out. For pools 1, 2, and 3, each awarded individually, it's expected to close. So here are the details of it about how much they paid for these homes. Pool 1 had 2,959 loans. Unpaid principal balance was 667. Average loan, average house in that bundle was $225,000. When we all like a $225,000. Weighted average note, most of the houses had a note of 3.2%, right? And weighted average broker's price opinion, BPO loan to value rate. So let me break this down so y'all understand how much they paid for this, right? Basically, they got them for half off. 48% of the BPO is what they paid for all these homes. 48% of what the house is worth. And you can look at each pool. Average broker loan to value ratio 49%. Hold on. The cover bid, which is the second highest bid for the pool, 78% of the unpaid principal, or 32% of the broker's price opinion. What's a broker's price opinion? When a home goes into foreclosure or REO, like an REO property, they'll send a broker out to go look at that house. The bank, let me not say they, let me be specific for y'all. The bank or the lender will send out an agent to drive by that house, to look at it, to give their opinion on how much they think that house is worth, right? They'll drive by, look at the roof, just give their opinion. Then they're going to go look at the comparables in the neighborhood. It's kind of like an appraisal, right? But it's a quick appraisal. You know what I mean? Just to give the bank some idea of how much that house is worth, okay? So the bidders got these houses for 32% of the BPO. Not even half, less than half of what the houses are even worth is what they picked them up for, okay? Reperforming loans are loans that have been or are currently delinquent but have reperformed for a period of time. Basically, people who are in foreclosure or have defaulted on their loans, Fannie Mae is packaging them up and selling them to hedge funds. What does that mean? Hold on, I'm getting hot. Sometimes, I be getting upset about some of the things that they do when it comes to like homes and loans and stuff like that. So what does that mean for the people that live in the homes or have these loans, right? So you keep reading. The terms of Fannie Mae's reperforming loans shall require that the buyer offers loss mitigation. If you believe that they're going to do that, what do they say? I'll sell you oceanfront property in the hood, right? If you think these people really going to let these homeowners go through, offer loss mitigation options to any borrower who may redefault within 5 years following the closing of the sale. All purchasers are required to honor any approved or in-process loss mitigation efforts at the time of sale, including, but who governs these people? Once they sell a bundle of loans to hedge funds, who is going to regulate the hedge funds to say, did you give them 5 years? Did you do what you're supposed to do? Or the hedge fund might just say, hey, we sent them a letter and told them they got to be out in 30 days. So let's keep going, because they have whole loan sales, because it's the 31st sale. They have so many of them. Here's one that just happened last month. Look at there. This article came out November 4th. Fannie Mae announces the result of its 33rd reperforming loan sale. Let's see who bought that, class. The deal announced on October 8th included the sale of 8,678 loans, totaling 1.4, what is that, billion? How many zeros is that? In unpaid principal in 3 pools. Is it PIMCO again? Who bought it? It sure is. I'm reading this article with you as y'all are reading it with me. The winning bidder, so they won the last loan, they won the last bidding, and they won this one too. The winning bidder for pool 1 and 2 was PIMCO, a hedge fund that specializes. Y'all can go Google PIMCO and see what they do. And pool 3, JP Morgan Acquisition Corp. It's expected to close next week. Look at that. Pool 1 had 2,924 loans in it. Average loan was $174,000. Wouldn't we like a house for $174,000? The interest rate on it was 3.82. Loan to value ratio of 47%. Let's see. 32% of the BPO price. Well. Sometimes it'll tell you where the loans were. Like they were like a group of them were in New Jersey. They'll tell you where the properties were that they bought. So you tell me when hedge funds are buying up, Fannie Mae is selling loans to hedge funds, defaulted notes to hedge funds. Here's the proof of it, right? And they said they do it for nonprofits and minorities. I have yet to see a nonprofit or minority business win any of these sales. I have yet to see that. All purchasers are required to honor any approved or Yeah, right. But interested bidders can register for ongoing announcements. Here, I'm going to drop this in here so we can all register for these announcements so y'all can follow along too. Everybody, I dropped that in the chat for these sales to encourage broad buyer participation. Yeah, right, you guys. Fannie Mae offers these loans for sale to eligible investors, nonprofits, and public sector organizations. Larger and smaller pools that may be more attractive to nonprofits, smaller investors, and minority and women-owned businesses. Okay, so that's what it is. I was trying to see. There was one that showed where the houses were. Like I said, it'll say like the majority of them were in New Jersey. So look, if you live in New Jersey, they selling your loans. So if you get you just got to be very careful, right? They'll start putting people out of their houses. You just don't ever know. You know what I mean? Craziness. I thought I'd share that with you though, in case y'all didn't know what was going on. Because, they don't announce that on the news, that they selling notes to hedge funds, behind your back. So just thought. Average loan, the cover bid was highest second bid, 27% of the BPO. They bought it for 27% of what the house is worth. I wish I could get a house. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how y'all know I'm gonna get my beachfront in Florida for $27.19. Right? So when I tell y'all to negotiate with the bank, when y'all are bidding on Reos and y'all be like, I don't want to negotiate, Ashley. They selling them for 27 cents on the dollar. So y'all negotiate with the bank, okay? When I'm dealing with the bank, baby, we playing limbo. How low can you go? Y'all be like, I don't want to. The agent said she didn't want to tell them to submit your offers, right? That's how I'm going to get mine for $22.17. Because I'm going to be like, y'all selling it to hedge funds for 27%. So if you were to say, like, if the house is worth $100,000 and you got it for 27%, isn't it like $27,000? Clearly math is not my thing, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, just thought I would share that with you guys, in case y'all didn't know that's what's going on around the world. As the world turns in real estate, that's what's going on. So it's a chance that we might not see foreclosures or auctions because they just might all sell them all to hedge funds. And then that's what it might be. You know what I mean? Thanks. That's a good thing. I didn't find out. Yeah. So said, I see you're on the short sale. So he'll have the past, he'll have the late payments because he was behind on his mortgage. He was in foreclosure. So he'll have the late payments. But he won't have the foreclosure like that. His house was foreclosed on. You know what I mean? It says, hold on. You're right. Let's see. 27.5% of the BPO so the home, 27.56% of the BPO, broker's price opinion. So that broker gives an opinion on how much they think the house is worth. So which is it's probably not going to be market. It could be market value if it's a great house. You know what I mean? So 27% of what the house is worth, broker's price opinion. I was reading his question. Hedge funds. It's like, pools of people who how do you describe a hedge fund? I'm sure if I say, how would you describe a hedge fund? It's going to be so many answers, right? Let's just ask Google. But, it's like, what is a hedge fund? I spelled it wrong. Yeah, they pool their money together, right? And they buy up stuff. Actively manages investment pools whose managers use a wide range of strategies, right? It's a pool of money and they buy stuff, right? So that's what a hedge fund is, basically. A pool of money. Investors get together, pull their money together and buy stuff, and you can invest in the hedge fund and make some money off of it. But, that's basically what it is. What's the smartest way to purchase a home that's being sold as a short sale? What's the smartest way to purchase a home that's being sold? So, a short sale, it's basically like for sale by owner. So you can use any kind of financing, right? Because the buyer who bought from us, I think she had like a regular FHA loan. The house was in great condition. So short sale, you don't have to pick any kind of particular financing. FHA, conventional, it's like buying a normal home. You know what I mean? Hard money, private money, cash, whatever you have is what you use, is what I would say. Now, I think it depends on what you're going to use the short sale for. She used it as her primary residence. She needed a house for her kids. But I guess if you needed it for like an investment property, then you figure out the best strategy. Like if you could get a short sale, fix it up and sell it, you know what I mean? Then I guess you pick whichever financing goes best for that. You know what I mean? They just take so long, is all I'm saying. So she could have easily got the house for $357, did nothing to it and put it back on the market for like $457 and made a quick $100,000. But she wanted it for her family to live in. You know what I mean? So yep, own nothing, right? A group of rich people. There, look, everybody's got their definition of what a hedge fund is. Yes. So now let's keep this class moving. Y'all know how this works. I squeeze everything into about an hour and a half for you. And then where this could be like a 6-week course, you're going to get it in an hour and a half. So if you're watching the replay, just pause me and rewind. You know what I mean? So if we're talking about bank-owned properties, that is, if you've been here before, well, I know we got some newbies. So homepath.com. Everybody can see my screen. I will drop this in the chat. If you are watching the replay, the website is homepath. I dropped it in the chat. Homepath.fanniemae.com is the website. This is a website for bank-owned properties, REO properties. You have to, if I were you, I would go on here, figure out how to submit offers. You can search by your city, wherever you live, and it will pull up bank-owned properties. Negotiate with the bank. Y'all just saw how much they selling these notes for. Negotiate with the bank, okay? What kind of financing can you use for REO properties? Any kind that you want. Traditional FHA, if it's in good condition. If it's not, you can go conventional. If it's not, you can go FHA 203K. You can use traditional financing to buy REO properties. Okay, you guys? Lowball the bank. Just listed for $3,400. I put in Chicago. Y'all can see. $259. I'd be like, let me get that for $159. Take the 2 off. I just want it for $59.9. You do. Oh, it's a duplex. Look at there. It's a duplex. To submit offers to REOs, it's usually an agent. Look, they got a firewall up, also known as an agent. I'm just kidding, because I'm an agent too. So just know you got to submit an offer through an agent, okay? And sometimes the agents will be like, that bank is not going to accept that. That's too low. You know what you say? Submit my offer and we'll see what they say. It's the end of the year. They might be feeling nice. We might get a Christmas miracle. Submit my offer. That's what you say. Okay, everybody? There's one for $185 just listed, and you'd be like, you take $85 for it. So this is one of the sites, homepath.fanniemae.com. We also have homesteps.com. This is Freddie Mac's REO site. Let's see what they got going on. Put in your, now right now it might not be a lot of REO sitting out there, but bookmark these sites, figure out how to submit offers, figure out what kind of paperwork you need. So when they do come, you ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? So it'll pull active. They'll have houses over here. 139,000. Put in your city, see what pops up. If nothing pops up, you know what I mean? Bookmark it and check back is all I'm saying. So that is homesteps.com. I just dropped the link in the chat. Whoop, there it is. Next up, did I do HUD Home Store? I don't think so. Did I do HUD Home Store? Okay, don't show me again. HUD Home Store. Same thing. It's HUD's REO properties. Did I not look at anything recently? I was trying to see. So there we go. You can look at properties, new listing, bidding. You submit your offer, figure out what paperwork you need. You can do an inspection. REO properties are not like the auction. With me at the auction, you are bidding blind. People live in the house. You do not get to see the inside of the house and all that kind of stuff, right? And you're bidding against other people. REO properties, you can go look at the house. You can get a home inspection. You can use regular financing. You can back out of that deal if you don't want it, okay? With REO properties. Know that. So there's one new listing, $300,000. Boom. So hop on here. You might find you a good deal. You never know, you guys. You can use traditional financing, unlike with me at the auction where all I take is certified funds, cashier's checks, and cash. That's all I take at the auction for everybody who is new here. So I'm going to drop this in the chat. Shout out to everybody that picked up the latest bundle, my latest and last bundle of 2024. The Ultimate Outreach Bundle, you guys, that y'all been asking me for, baby. It came with door hangers and brochures and foreclosure letters and abandoned home letters and driving for dollar letters. You guys, it came with everything. Shout out to everybody who has already gotten it. So I know I see y'all trying to gear up for 2025. I think it's the best that you do that. I told y'all they just made me update my auction coverage because they're like, you are going to be slammed next year. And I said, okay. So I auctioned from here to Nashville and about an hour into Mississippi. I was like, send me to Miami. They was like, you want to go to Miami? I was like, I can't go to Miami. It's too far. But I would try to go to Georgia because since y'all only auction once a month, the first Tuesday of the month, I might try to make it to Georgia for an auction. This is the VA REO site. All the links to everything that I have is down below, you guys, because I know you're gonna be like, Ashley, where is it? Just look down below in the description. Grab everything. If you just want the letters, you can just get the letters, right? Because y'all know that I mail. Boom. Boom. I mail every single week. I have mailed every single week for the last 3 years, 3.5 years. So I do reach out to distressed homeowners. I reach out to pre-foreclosures and airship properties. Those are my 2 channels, right? So back to what we were talking about. Veteran bank-owned properties, vrmproperties.com, vrmproperties.com, veteran REO, bank-owned, veteran loans owned by the bank. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They got coming soon properties. If you're watching the replay, it's V as in Victor, R as in Rudolph, M as in Merry Christmas, properties.com. Okay. And hop on here, figure out the process to submit an offer, and whoop, there it is, right? I don't know what they need to see, a pre-approval letter, an offer, a purchase and sale agreement. I don't know what all entails to submit, but you figure it out how to do it before, in case you see something that's good. It's the end of the month. I keep telling y'all to make offers to banks. It's the end of the month. And I mean, they selling them for 28 cents, 28 cents, 28% of value. So, I mean, you know what I mean? I'm, like I said, I be playing limbo with the bank. How low can you go? right? So those were REO sites. HomePath, Home Steps, HUD Home Store, Truist has an REO site. A lot of Truist, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America have their own REO sites. So they might not have a lot on Truist, but just some sites for you to get familiar with if you are looking for bank-owned properties. Y'all with me? Auction.com does it too as well. If you go to auction.com and filter it by bank-owned, boom, right there, put in, let's see what y'all got in LA. And you put in bank-owned, you can go on here and bid on bank-owned properties, you guys. And you bid, figure out how you make your offer, and you can bid on auction.com as well. You guys, auction.com also shows, I try to hit everything. Like auction. People are like, where do I find auctions? Auction mama. You can go on auction.com. Okay. You just need to filter it. Let's do Miami. Miami. If you filter it by foreclosure homes, boom, foreclosure sale. Oh, Miami always has those like $100 opening bids, don't they? If you scroll down, just pay attention to right here where the location of the auction is. Sometimes they're at the courthouse. This one looks like it's at Miami-Dade County Clerk of the Court. Depending on where you live, it might be at a different place. So if you're planning to go in person, that's what I'm trying to say, make sure you pay attention to where the location is. So you're not standing somewhere looking crazy and there is no auction going on, okay? Foreclosure sale. So this is Chicago. Theirs is in the Inter-County Judicial Sales Suite 718. Just pay attention to the location and the time and date, okay? So you're not standing there looking like Lil Daryl, okay? By yourself. So auction.com is a great site as well. Okay, you guys, I've been on here an hour. What else do y'all want me to talk about? Let's see what's up for auction this week, huh? And then I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to go eat some lunch because it's still my birthday. The whole week is my birthday. So I auctioned for this company. Look, there's my birthday. This week, real quick, I'll give you a little tutorial on this. I'm going to drop it in the chat. When y'all are looking for auctions, this is also a good, how do we find out how much the property sold at auction for? This is one of the only sites that I know that post the winning bid. I don't know any other sites, honestly, that post how much houses sold for. I mean, the trustees post it sometimes. The trustees will post it. But this is one of the best ones. So I dropped it in the chat. If you're looking for auctions, they do them in a good amount of states. You can, okay, really quickly, and then I'm going to get off here. You can go back and look at previous auctions. That's what I'm saying. So this is last month, November, the first Tuesday of the month. So it's a lot of Georgia, The first, hold on. This row right here is the property address. This is the county. This is the state. This is the time of the auction. This is the opening bid. It'll tell you the opening bid. If it says PP, that means postponed until the next date. So postponed to November 20th. Keep in mind, this was last month's. If it says canceled, if it says CXL, that means the auction has been canceled. Maybe one of y'all reached out and bought it from them. So they had to cancel the sale. And then if it has a number, that is the opening bid. Everybody clear on how to read this? So this will be the opening bid. If it sells, the results are over here. If this number and this number is the same, it means it did not sell at auction and it reverted back to the bank, and it will probably be an REO property if those two numbers are the same. Now, this one looks like it went for $1 over. Opening bid was $175. Probably was only one bidder there. They got it for $175,001. Let's see if we got a big one. We got a bunch that reverted back. This was last month. Okay, so opening bid was $643. It sold for $643,685. $643,678. $685. Here's one. Opening bid was 126,000. It sold for 178,000. So the difference between the 126 and the 178 is the homeowner's excess funds. The homeowner is entitled to that difference because the opening bid is the loan balance, class. The loan balance is the opening bid. So they only owed the bank $126,000. It sold, it got bid up at auction to $178,000. That homeowner is entitled to that difference, okay? So if you're watching this and your house went up for auction, call and see if you got some coins sitting somewhere, because you know the bank is not going to call you. They're just going to have a Christmas bonus on your excess funds. So call them and see if you got some money. Opening bid was $92,000, sold for $155,000. Boom. So that's how you read this if you ever read this without me. Okay. I dropped it in the chat so y'all can have this site and you can bookmark it. Okay. So this is this week. Today is the 17th. That's right, because yesterday was my birthday, the 16th. Don't you hate it when people have a birthday? Because they gonna run it in the ground. Today is Tuesday. Yes. And yesterday was Monday, my birthday. So this is what's going on today across the country, class. Can we all see this? Yes, good. I'd hate it if y'all couldn't see it because I've sure been talking a lot. Y'all don't see my screen? Hold on. Stop sharing. Y'all don't see my screen? Don't tell me I got to go back and all that to y'all. Now look, blink if you can see my screen. Yes, you can see my screen. Did y'all miss everything that I just said? Okay, y'all blinking. Did y'all see what I said about? Okay. I'm like, look, I was talking. Okay, so y'all saw where I said how to read the link, right? How to read the postponements, the opening bids. Y'all got all that, right? No, y'all didn't get all that. Yes, y'all got that. We can't. No. Okay. No. Hold on, y'all. Look at the chat. If y'all look at the chat, y'all will be just as confused as I am. Heard but didn't see. So now can you see my screen? Yes. Yes, you can see my screen? Yes. Say yes, we can see your screen, Ashley. I know y'all at work and y'all like, Ashley, we cannot text you because we at work. Okay, there we go. Yes, we can. Okay. Yes, we can. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to figure out a way for y'all to be like, Ashley, we can't see. I'm just going to have to ask if you can see my screen before I start talking. But what I was saying, now that y'all can see my screen, is this is where the property address is, the county, the state, time of the auction. If it's been, look at these postponements. Let me go back to what I was showing y'all first. This is from November 4th. So this is an old auction that's already passed. But this row right here under PP, postpone. PP means postpone to the next, like to 11/20. Okay. This is the opening bid. This means canceled. Y'all can see that. Okay. I'll make it just a little bit bigger too so y'all can see. Okay. So what I was showing you before. Okay. So cool. Y'all can see what I'm saying now. Okay. So if this number and this number is the same, this is the opening bid, this is where the results would be. If this number and this number is the same, it did not sell at auction. It reverted back to the bank. I am sorry, y'all, that I was really rolling thinking y'all could see. I'm sorry. So like this one, this is the opening bid. This is what it's sold for, okay? So what I was trying to explain to y'all is the difference between this, the opening bid, because the opening bid is the loan balance, and what it's sold for is excess funds that the homeowner is entitled to. So I was saying, if you are watching this and your house went up for auction, call and see if you got some excess funds somewhere, okay? Or the bank just gonna have Christmas bonuses on your money, because they're not gonna call you and tell you got no money. Let me just be honest. So that's how you read this if y'all come to this site ever, okay? If the numbers are the same, it didn't sell, it reverted back to the bank and will become an REO property. If it did sell, this one opening bid was 252, sold for 300, then that means a bidder got it, and that difference in that money goes to the homeowner if they call and get it. Okay, that's what I'm saying, if they call and get it. So now, I guess I can make a long story short, right? Because I just told y'all what I just said. This is this week's auction. So today is the 17th, because yesterday was my birthday. Uh, 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 and look at all them postponements. I told y'all they don't foreclose during December. They are not foreclosing on people. They're not even auctioning, really. That one sold in San Diego. So they usually hold off on foreclosures if they're government-backed loans. Government-backed loans, they're going to stop these foreclosures for holidays. Now, if you got some private money, they'll auction, right? They'll foreclose on you. All postponed. Look at all them postponements. Postponed till the day after Christmas. They probably ain't going to auction it either. Postponed. CXL means canceled. Is anything going today? It don't look like it. Here's one for $950,000. Not in Mississippi for $900,000. It's got to be a whole apartment building in Lauderdale, Mississippi. $950,000. Oh, it's a McAllister's. Is that what it is? 49027 Place. McAllister's Deli is up for auction. Well, that's what that is. Okay, I was wondering why the opening bid. 4909 27 Place, yeah. McAllister's. His opening bid is $950,000. And so this just shows the rest of the week what we got going on across the country. It's probably going to be a lot of postponements. It's right here before the holidays. They're not going to foreclose on people. But this is a good site to come check for auctions if you're interested in any of these places. I auction on Thursday. I don't auction. I just read a postponement. But there's the opening bids. Opening bids are on that side. And if they sell. So just a site that you can use if you're looking for auctions, you guys. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. And how to read it. And you can come back and check and see. If you had on a property and you didn't get it, you can go back and see what it sold for. You know what I mean? String bean. But that's what I was doing. Okay. So what is the statute of limitation? I don't know. A lady reached out to me on YouTube like last week and said that her house went up for auction, and she made it seem like it was a while ago, and she has a check on the way for her excess funds. So I don't know. If I would just call and see, you know what I mean? I'm not sure, but I would definitely call and see. And I guess I would look on, if my house went up for auction, I would look on Zillow or something. If I wasn't a real estate agent, if I didn't have any real estate resources, I would probably hop on Zillow or Realtor and put in my address and see when it says the last time it sold, because it'll show sold at the auction. It won't say sold at the auction, but you can see last time sold, and boom, if it's not if it's a time after you bought it, you can see if maybe you was due some money, whatever it sold for. You know what I mean? Dig a little deeper. CB, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. That is my goal for this year. I'm figuring it out. Okay. And then I will come up. My niece looked up the bank, contacted her for her money. That's so nice of them, right? Because they usually do not call you if you got some money. They don't call you. So I can't seem to get information about your brochure. Reach out to me, David. But yeah, the brochure is on there. It's fully customizable. Everybody knows that my method is lead with love. Lead with love. That's why, look, this is such a cute door hanger. Every storm runs out of rain. I would want to see that if I was in foreclosure, right? It gives you a little hope, right? And then on the back of it, I put like things that you can offer. But you can customize this, you guys. You could put call me now, quick close, cash, stop foreclosure. Do whatever you want to do, right? But it's fully customizable. You put your own picture. If you don't want to put a picture, you don't have to. fully custom. I made this, y'all. One thing about me is I can create anything that I can see in my head. I'll create it. So I made it for y'all, and it's a template, and you just change out, like, because right here it has helpful resources, like, what am I trying to say? Resources here in Shelby County. So wherever you live, you need to change the numbers to resources where you live. You know what I mean? And then you just take it, and it makes you look more professional. I always leave these with the homeowners when they call me. If they're in foreclosure, I'll leave it with them. And then now I just made door hangers. So boop, boop. If you drive for dollars, you can leave a door hanger. And you can make it whatever you want to say. Call me. I know you in foreclosure. Call me if that's your method. You know I lead with love, right? So, and then it comes with door hangers, the foreclosure letters. I have like 10 different letters that you can send and craft it for you. I also have driving for dollars letters, neighbor letters, because when y'all out driving for dollars and you see the neighbor, you can just leave a letter with them and be like, if you have contact information about your neighbor it's a line where you can write the property address on it. Leave it with them and say, can you call me and let me know if you have information on this house next door that's boarded up and empty and the grass high? Call me and let me know. You pick a letter, customize it, and then you could print out like 100 of them. And when you're driving for dollars, just put in a property address. It's already filled out with your name, phone number, how they can contact you. Fill in the address, leave it with the neighbor. Or if you're doing pre-foreclosures, put that door hanger on it with your information on it. It looks nice and sweet. Lead with love. That's all I'm saying. Lead with love. That is my approach. I don't know what y'all's approach is. That's my approach. I'm going to get back to, y'all know what I'm about to show you. Cold calling, baby. Cold calling. I do that as well. If y'all did not know, I do cold call. I will get on these phones. That was something that got me out of my comfort zone for my whole life. But I did. I started cold calling, and it works. Baby, them boys or girls who making bank, baby, they be on these phones. Trust and believe that. It's all in the approach, all in the tone, all in your opener. I will say that as well. So everything that I have, you guys, is down below. All my old master classes are on YouTube. They're absolutely free. Absolutely free. Go back and look at the master classes. All of my lives are absolutely free. I give away so much information. If you're going to the auction, you know I have the auction accelerator course that a whole bunch of y'all have bought. If you're going to the auction, I give you everything you need to be successful at the auction. I even teach you how to read title, because y'all are like, how do we do a title search? I have a whole section on how to read title in that course. So, and cash for keys and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, you guys, that's it. I'm done talking. My voice is getting raspy. I'm ready to eat lunch because it's still my birthday week. Okay, so I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. Shout out to everybody. If this is your first time, I hope you learned something. Go back and watch yesterday's live. I walked you through pre-foreclosures yesterday. So go back and watch that. All of the links are down below for everything that I have, you guys. So I hope y'all have an amazing Tuesday. Shout out. Thank y'all for everybody for all the birthday wishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I might see y'all tomorrow. I auction on Thursday, so I probably won't be on here Thursday, but I might be back tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. So, all right, you guys, have a great day, and I will see you all soon. Yes, go look in the links below. The very first link, if you click on the very first link, it shows you everything that I have. It's my whole storefront. And then the other links take you directly to certain products. But if you are going to the auction, if you plan to go to the auction in 2025, get the auction accelerator. And then if you want to outreach, if you want to reach out to distressed, get the ultimate outreach bundle. And if you want to know my whole marketing strategy, get the blueprint course. That's all I got. Okay, bye. Bye. 1, 2, 3, hang up. Bye. Bye, y'all.